impact Trump tariffs will have on the U.S. economy, with a 145% tariff on China, a 25% tariff on Canada and Mexico, and 10% tariffs on dozens of other countries. The flow of goods into the U.S. is expected to slow dramatically. This while the president continues to argue tariffs are needed to boost manufacturing jobs in the U.S., offering this comment when asked about the slowdown at American ports.
But we're seeing, as a result, the ports here in the U.S., the traffic has really slowed, and now thousands of dock workers and truck drivers are worried about their jobs.
Yeah, no, that means we lose less money. You know, when I see that, that means we lose less money.
I think he's missing the point there. Let's bring in former California Democratic Representative Katie Porter. I'm glad that brought a laugh. She's also a candidate for governor of California, which means you got a lot of work ahead of you, as one would running for such a big state governor. That said, Congresswoman, thank you so much. As a single mother in Congress, you made headlines talking about the hardships of buying bacon at the grocery store. Give us your thoughts on the president's analysis on the ports, which seems to be completely out of touch with the needs of everyday Americans.
Well, it's really not funny, and so I apologize for chuckling, but he's nuts when he says this means that somehow we're not losing money. Look, we have 0 ships departing from China a couple days ago, coming into our West Coast ports. What's that going to mean for families, for Californians? It's going to mean that there are fewer goods on the grocery store shelves, in retailers. It's going to mean higher prices. This is a simple supply-demand thing. When less items come in, the prices are able to go up. And look, manufacturers, retailers, stores, they're going to pass along these costs to consumers. And then there's all the effects on workers. It's not just dock workers. It is workers who work at retail. And disproportionately, by the way, those workers are women and are moms. And so this is going to hurt our entire economy. This is exactly why I'm running for governor, because we need someone who understands what this really means in everyday families' lives. Somebody who's listening to people, not making stuff up.
And I mean, drilling down even further at this, given the slowdown at the ports there on the West Coast where you are, I mean, what does this mean for the families as they head into, let's say, the summer months and beyond? They've got to prepare for back to school purchases, supplies for their kids to go to school, the clothing, all this. Do you expect to be affected?
Absolutely. Look, my son, almost inconceivably to me, just announced he could not fit into his size 14 shoes. So we're going to have to go to a 15. My daughter's backpack, I put it in the washing machine, and unfortunately, it's still filthy. We're going to need a new backpack. And by August, much less going